I come back, look who's just pulled up in the combo. I sent him off to get a few stickers for the headlocks. They're the wee stickers that's on the side of the headlock. I'll give you a look at them here. And he said to me, do you mind if I get a sticker on the van? I said no. So this is what just landed back. Robbie, she's not going well.
The company's going very well now at the minute.
Yeah.
This is a company vehicle now. Cheap school.
Yeah, company expenses and all.
Well, we talk about that after.
I'll give you a look at it here. So let me know what you think. What do you think of the combo? Let me know in the comments.
It's leaving it very, very dear now. It was €1,000 the price of before, now.
She's worth more now.
Oh, sheep school at its best. YouTube. Oh, cannot miss it.
Good man. Right, we've a few jobs on today. We've lambs in the shed. First job is get these bedded. Been busy, away for a few days at work. These lads are in the shed. About a month, maybe 5 weeks now. I thought I'd have them gone, so I ended up putting them into the shed. Back to the zero profit job again. Well, I'm not sure if it's zero profit this year, because the meal is significantly less. It's about 150 quid a tonne less than it was last year. Same price in the factory. The factory buyer actually happened to ring me looking for lambs, which is very unusual, so they're obviously scarce. 660 per kilo of carcass weight we're getting, and they're paying up to 23 kilos. So we'll get these bedded first. They're a bit of a mess. Straw is a serious problem this year. Can't be got, people tell me, and if you can get it, you're going to pay dear for it. The bad harvest, a scheme to incorporate chopped straw back into the land, it's leaving it a problem. But somebody actually noticed in the comments that the straw, or the rough kind of hay bedding, is disappearing. This is why. These boys are using up that. I'm not sure it's the best idea. We're going to bed them first, we get that done. My straw blower is actually out of action. There's nothing actually wrong with the blower end of it, but my little wheel that goes underneath is a bit flimsy anyway. It was only a little caster wheel, it bent over. So that's another wee job, I have to modify that. But we're going to bed them manually with the digger here. We'll get that done next. Now, back at it again. Zero profit sheep farm. Well, I'm not sure it's to that extreme again, but I had originally planned to sell all these lambs. There's about 70 of them here. So I had a kind of a deal done with a farmer that usually buys me store lambs, and he had planned to take them, and it fell through. So I ended up keeping them on longer than I had planned. And at that time, store lamb price, because these were light enough lambs, 35-40 kilos at the time. If you remember back when we were shearing with Carl, shearing the lambs, you'll notice some of them are actually sheared. They're actually ram lambs I'm keeping for breeding. These hadn't done very well at all. The back end of the year, with all the rain and poor quality grass, they hadn't done well at all. And you might have noticed that in me Yo Lamb video. The lambs aren't as good as they were last year, but I'm not sure. Let me know, in your opinion, are your own stock the same? Not maybe as good as other years. Mine definitely aren't. Even the O's going to the rams were thin. I don't know, was it a bad year? So these are in the shed. They're getting a bit of meal, about just over a kilo per head per day. They've actually done very well. Going to run them through the scales next to see. Actually, the factory buyer ringing me looking for lambs. That's always a good sign. So gonna run them through the scales. Anything that's fleshed and heavy enough is going. We'll get our scales set up, run them through and see what the weights are like. It's very wild. I hope the noise isn't too bad. It's very windy on the roof of the shed. Kind of a storm. Now we have a big staff team here today. We have Donica is my nephew. So we've Ada here. You probably know these boys as well.
Hello.
And we have Enya. Enya's here as well. And we have Oisín. Oisín's only 2. He's relatively new to the job. And Grandad Robbie. Come on, let's go. Away, away. Now go easy, just walk up behind them, guys. Hard to manage a staff crew like this. Quite excited. Day off, Saturday today. First lamb in the scales. So we're just recording them here as well. So 47 kilos is a good start. These lambs that are actually clipped, you'll see a few of these, they're actually set aside for breeding. So I run them in as well. My lambs were quite thin coming in. I'd taken my eye off the ball and they just lost condition. Oisín wants to be a sheep farmer when he grows up. Mad about sheep. So this is the other boy, Donica. He's mad about sheep as well. What is it you to say?
If you want to be farmer, you have to be poor.
You do if you're fattening lambs anyway. Now, chaotic scenes here. Very hard to manage this many children. I have to say, teachers earn their money. There we go. So Robbie's just going to keep the lambs up to me, running them in through the scales here. The crew is helping Robbie. I'm going to do a bit of weighing here. 41 kilos.
Oh my dear! Here we go! Oh,
43 kilos.
No!
1. Way too heavy. Should have been weighing these sooner. But there we go. There's not be too many of these overweight. All right, don't put it down here. This is actually the lamb that, if you remember, when Archie was shearing him, had only 1 testicle. So this is the lad. He should have been gone ages ago, but every day is a school day. So anything that's fit for the factory is getting the blue mark on their back. Over 45 kilos, they're going. That's the bite. 'em. So he's 44 kilos, he's just not heavy enough to go to the factory. Could kill him, but I'm sure he's going to be a pretty light carcass, so going to keep him for another wee while. – 48 kilos, he's definitely going. Open up, Donica. So 55 kilos, that's one that was picked out for breeding. He's sheared and all, so we'll let him out into this pen here. It's extremely windy. I'm not sure what the sound is going to be like. We'll keep going on here. So that lamb is 46 kilos. Gonna send that one to the factory and see what it kills out like. We'll know more in a few days' time. So I've one lamb here fit to go. He was never tagged. Just gonna stick a tag in him now.
Hey, you are cooking. Don't let Bobby. Here's the camera for this cooking thing. Now, Bobby.
Come on, yeah. You don't know what.
Open the gate, please, guys.
This gate.
Yep. This is some staff crew. Not saying it's all useful stuff, but it's great to have them anyway. What's the fingers? Now, we have all our lambs weighed here behind me. Chaotic scenes is the only way to describe it. These children are crazy, but good fun. Great to have them about all the same. So, we have to get them from here. These lads down here that are actually clipped are ones that I've retained for breeding. Some of the other ones, they're quite thin, so I kept them in the shed to give them a little bit of meal. They were under condition, we'd say, so I didn't mind giving them a little bit of meal, get them back up to condition. So I'm going to put them out with the other ones. I know it's quite a few to keep for breeding. We'll tin them out a little bit later on when we're at peak price, end of February, early March. Who knows what price they'll be. Lambs, I'd imagine, will be pretty scarce at that time. So we're just going to get these boys moved across. We'll do a bit of a head count and see how many are fit for the factory. I'm not sure yet. Quite a few of these boys are fit, as you'd expect. Some of the higher genetic merit, ranging from 48 up to 62 kilos. I think the heaviest one of them was. But we'll see. We'll get these moved across now. Right, come on, get these moved.
Don't run now.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, you let them walk.
No, not exactly textbook sheep farming, but we got it done anyway. Thanks to the guys for the help. Donica, Ada, Bobby, Enya, Oisin here as well. He's keeping quiet. And Robbie. Robbie might go for the early finish after that. Hardest day's work ever you done, mine and children, isn't it, Robbie?
Ada.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Now, the madness is kind of over. So we got the kids back to the house. They're getting hungry and tired, but in fairness, they're good fun, and were they a good help? They were a help. I wouldn't say a good help, but look, great to see them outside anyways. Now, so I have these few extra ones that I've kept for breeding picked out here. We're going to get these out to the field before it gets dark. We're unloading along the main road, so we have to get them loaded here. We'll get them into the trailer and we'll load them hopefully before daylight beats us. Come on. Come on. So just going to load these lambs now. Daylight is about to beat us. Battery just goes dead here when we're unloading them at the wrong time. But look, it's a bit dangerous along the main road anyway, so probably no harm. So here's the few we picked out for the factory. Possibly overweight, some of them. The rest of them have a good bit of catching up to do. I'm not overly worried about the meal. The price of meal is totally different this year. What I am worried about is what's underneath them. Hard to believe that bedding could be the make or break in making money. At straw, round bales of straw at €35 a bale if you're lucky to get them. Very hard to get them in my part of the world. So I have that shed full of rougher type of bedding, but there's a replacement cost to that. Going to have to hope for a window of opportunity next summer, maybe bail up some more of it, because this bedding is a problem. It is a problem. I would be better keeping that for the old. So what do I do with these lambs now? Do I offload them as lighter lambs, or do I keep feeding? Let me know what you think in the comments. Great to hear from you. These lambs are heading for slaughter off to the factory. I just gave them a little bit of meal, their last supper, just give them a little taste. I want to scan their tags to get them out of the flock. Very handy. Just heading off, short journey. About a mile, meet the factory buyer now. Just saves him coming up the truck. Just on the road here. I just meet him in my local town. It's a big car park. We can reverse up to each other and get them loaded. The postman has just arrived. I didn't think I'd have this to show you for the end of the video, but here we are. It's my returns from the factory in Atleague. So for my 9 lambs that just went there on the truck, I have a total of €1,247. I hope you can see that. So that's after all the stoppages, the few quid for haulage as well, but I would be out quite a bit of money hauling them on time in my 4x4 and trailer. There's a total of 37 quid in stoppages, but that's normal enough. Average cold weight kilos, 22.7 kilos, which sounds like I got it dead on. I didn't. I'll give you a look at the cold weight kilos here. So you'll see on the top line there, 18.7 kilos. That was the light lamb. That was 46 kilos. It's still not a bad carcass weight. There's another one there, the third one down. You'll see the cold weight is 26.5 kilos. So that 26.5 kilo carcass weight was the heavy lamb, the one with the one testicle. What did he weigh in at? 60 kilos. So that's 3.5 kilos of carcass weight I'm not getting paid off. The rest of them not too bad. There was only one other lamb. There was actually another lamb at 25 kilos there. You'll see the second lamb down and another one at 24 kilos. But the rest of them were pretty good. So yeah, happy enough with that. We'll get the rest of these boys fattened up and away. It's nice to get a few quid in at this time of year. It's kind of lean times after your subs and all come in and the bills are paid. These will keep me going right up to lambing time. So I was given about them earlier, but it's always nice to have them at this time of year. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.